Hello friends, welcome to this week's vlog. I am about to pop something in the slow cooker, or crock pot if you're nasty. And I'm eating some grapes because I am hungry. Now, if you recall from last week, I was meal planning and trying to find some quick dump and go, and I mean truly dump and go crock pot recipes where there's not a lot of work on the front end, maybe not a lot of work on the other end, the back end either. So this one I found is slow cooker teriyaki chicken. Pretty darn clean, and I would dare say pretty healthy. And then you can serve it, it ends up being basically shredded chicken, and you can serve it with whatever you want. So I think we'll probably do some quick rice, maybe a veggie of some kind roasted in the oven. That will be like the hardest work I do today, you know. So anyway, I gathered most of what we need. So basically, and I'll link this recipe below if anyone, we'll let you know how it is in this vlog, and then if you want to decide if you want to make it or not. But it's basically chicken breast and some sauce you're making at home. So it's soy sauce, which today we're going to use cocoa aminos. I get these on Thrive Market, who is the sponsor of this video. I'll show you guys a little Thrive Market haul here soon. We switched to cocoa aminos from soy sauce. I actually like the taste better. Anyway, maple syrup and rice wine vinegar I had to buy for this recipe. I hope we like it, because then we can like use this for this recipe in the future. And then some ginger, some garlic, and sriracha. The only thing is, we have this sriracha. It does not taste like normal sriracha, but I don't have normal sriracha with me right now, so I'm like, I think I'm just gonna use it. It doesn't taste bad, it just tastes ever so slightly different. And so I feel like it's gonna kind of veer this recipe a little bit off course. Just trying to see if we had any other sriracha. There's also the part of me that's like, maybe I just make this, stop at the store and get sriracha on my way home later, and just like add sriracha then. I don't know. So let's get this going. Combine the soy sauce, maple syrup, vinegar, basically combine everything other than the chicken at the bottom of the slow cooker. Let's do it. Got some frozen ginger cubes, perfect for something like this. We just need a teaspoon of it, which one little cube is a teaspoon. And you just keep these in the freezer. I love these. And then I don't have fresh garlic right now, so we're just gonna use some minced garlic. Again, keeping it simple. Okay, that is it. We just mix it up in here. Obviously that ginger will get a little more mixed in as it melts, but then we just put the chicken in and cook it for, on high for 2 hours or low for 4. We're gonna do low for 4 because it's like 11. That'll put us at around 3, which is still a little early, but I wanna get this on before I leave the house today. We had one of those weekends that we're just coming off of where we were busy, which is a great thing. However, that means that we came into Monday hot with like no laundry done, which I usually get some laundry done on the weekend. We were visiting a neighbor's like house on the lake. I still was unpacking from that too. I mean, it was only one night, so it wasn't that much unpacking, but yeah, so getting the kids dressed this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're out of shorts, we're out of this, we're out of that. I'm like, I have got to do laundry. So I'm trying to switch this laundry before I go as well. That way when I come home in a couple of hours, we will actually have clothes for tomorrow. By the way, I don't think I've ever actually shown the way we do our meal planning lately. It has worked so well. We have just a shared note on our phone/computer, and anytime we have an idea or we find a recipe we want to try, we just add it to the list under like next week's ideas. I might honestly retitle that to like future ideas or something like that. But then we actually have the meal plan up here. So I'm needing to pull some of these to this week's plan. Originally, we didn't have this at all, and it was just that. But this little addition has been a game changer because it gives me a place to actually put a link for recipes I'm wanting to try. And oftentimes I'll save them in random places on my Facebook or my Instagram, you know, where it's like, am I ever going to go back to that? Probably not. So this has been such a game changer. And then I have kind of a jumping off point when I am starting to meal plan, or things we've talked about like, man, we haven't made jambalaya in a while. Like let's make that soon. So putting that on the list so we don't forget has been so nice. So anyway, this is the one I'm making right here tonight. Eventually I'll do that one this week, but I need to pick a few things. I'm just going to move up, add them to our grocery list, if you will, any fresh things we might need. And yeah, it's such a simple solution, but I feel like sometimes all of us, I should speak for myself, I overcomplicate systems in my life. And I always feel like, you know, I used to do meal plans where it was like on a calendar and I did this, that, and the other. And I realized, you know what, with the way our lives are right now, it works to just plan for like 4 or 5 meals for the week, make them on whatever day it feels right based on the day. But simplifying this as well has been so nice. So if you needed a little inspo for like a really simple, there you go. I don't know. That's helpful for some, I'm sure, not helpful for others, but that's how we've been doing it and it's been working well. Why are you guys always catching me eating fruit? I was eating grapes earlier, now I'm eating a mango. Okay, so the chicken looks pretty good. I forgot to stop at the store to get sriracha. So I think this recipe we're just gonna do it sriracha. Listen, see, it smells good. So I'm gonna shred that chicken, make some rice, and I think I'm either gonna do Brussels sprouts in the oven or broccoli. Tyler's got his special Brussels sprout recipe. He's always the one that makes it, so I'm gonna look at the recipe, and if it's a little more complicated than I feel like doing, we're just gonna do broccoli. So we're gonna see. I decided to do the Brussels sprouts because honestly, it's basically like olive oil, salt, pepper, roast them in the oven, which is what we do for most veggies. The quick version is to just put like a balsamic glaze on it. So good. So that's what we're gonna do. The other thing I feel like cooks Brussels sprouts better is to have them all facing down. Ends up getting like a nice crispy edge on the bottom. Yum. We have actually a bigger bag than this, but I'm only making half of them because I feel like Brussels sprouts left over, they're okay, but they're better fresh, you know? So this is the final product with some rice underneath it. It doesn't look super appetizing, but I just tasted it. It is pretty good. So for a quick little way to have chicken a different way, not bad. So I feel like with school back in session, or at least about to be for a lot of us, I have been on the hunt for quick go-to snacks for after school, for during school, things I can quickly throw in the lunchbox just to make my life easier. Time, you know, saving time, saving money. Those are the keys. So we have loved Thrive Market for both of those things. Thrive Market saves us money for sure, and it saves us time because it's easily delivered to our door. So I'm gonna show you some of the things I picked up. This is actually the second video that Thrive Market is kindly sponsoring. So thank you so much, Thrive Market, for supporting my channel and sponsoring this video. So I feel like one of the things we're always grabbing is more of the Annie's snacks that are pre-bagged. This one's cool because it's kind of got a variety of things. We also got this, I've never tried. This is the Partake little cookies. There's vanilla wafers and graham cookies, little minis. The kids are gonna love this. Another thing I think is huge, most people don't realize about Thrive Market, is that if your kid is attending a school where it needs to be nut-free or allergen-friendly, you can find so many options that have already been vetted. So for example, this one says safe for school, nut-free. This was a game changer for me a couple years ago when Genevieve was in preschool. She did have to bring nut-free things to school. And this took all the guesswork out for me because I was like, I don't want to be the one to like mess this up. So that is amazing. I don't think a lot of people know that about Thrive Market. I also got more of the Bob Snail little fruit snacks. The kids loved this. The only ingredients in this are apple and raspberry. Amazing. I also grabbed another of our favorite baking mix. This is the Simple Mills baking mix, the banana. Add chocolate chips to this and make mini muffins. The entire family annihilates these. These are so unbelievably good, and the best part is those are all the ingredients. That's it. It's amazing. Now, I must have had a sweet tooth when I was placing this order because I also grabbed a cookie mix. This one says it's better than homemade, so we'll be the judge of that. I mean, does that not look unbelievable? I know. It's like 9 a.m. and I'm now craving a chocolate chip cookie. Speaking of, I also got chocolate chip cookies. These are from Partake. These are pretty good. These are allergy-friendly, peanut-free, gluten-free, like all of that. So again, if you are looking for options, this is definitely the way to go. These are good. They're crunchy, they're little, they really satisfy that sweet tooth for me. Okay, I have to admit, I already opened these. This is something I was so excited to try. It's the protein popcorn. It's actually Khloe Kardashian's brand, but I'm like, what a unique idea. So that's why it's Khloud. I'm like, Khloe, get it. Anyway, this is the sweet and salty like kettle corn. It's pretty good, I have to say. For 1 cup, it's 7 grams of protein. I already love popcorn. Like that is one of our go-to snacks here in the afternoons. But to be able to get some protein and it be slightly more filling, why not? And if you don't like the sweet, they have other flavors too. One of Tyler's and my favorite olive oils is the Graza one. we just love the bottle. It's so satisfying to cook with. They have the drizzle and the sizzle. The drizzle is meant for like finishing or dipping in, you know, and the sizzle is meant for cooking. So either way you slice it, we really, really like it. That almost rhymed. One thing I'm realizing, I think one of the reasons I fell in love with Thrive Market in the first place, and it just now hit me, is we wanted to be people that were more aware of the ingredients we were eating and, you know, being careful. Like obviously we're not perfect, but, you know, really trying to be more aware of that. And Thrive Market really was one of the biggest proponents like 4 or 5 years ago when I first started. I think it was like 2020 when we joined. That helped us actually become those people. It really was vetting products for us. We could organize it according to what we were looking for, whether it was like organic or high protein or low sugar, you know, whatever it is. I have to give kudos to Thrive Market for that reason, because it really did help us become the people we really wanted to be, but didn't know how to be. So if that's you right now, you really might be surprised how much you love it and how many new, healthier options you find, even when it comes to just stuff in your pantry, snacks, things like that. Anyway, we love Primal Kitchen. It's one of those brands that is really, really just tasty and well made. We also always stock up on 90-second rice. We get brown rice, white rice. These are amazing for quick dinners, quick lunches. Or like if you have like leftover chicken, just heating some of that up, getting some rice with it, putting some yum yum sauce on it. You're done, son. That sounds amazing. We grab some decaf coffee from Kicking Horse. We kind of like cut our whole bean coffee, like half whole bean, half decaf. Sometimes we'll do a third decaf. And then I also grabbed this. I've not tried this flavor. It's a 4-pack of the Poppy Alpine Blast. So Poppy, that's like that prebiotic soda. I like quite a few flavors from them, but I'm excited to try. This is like their version of Mountain Dew, I'm pretty sure. If it weren't like 9 a.m., I would try one now, but doesn't sound good to me right in this moment. So on this order alone, we saved over 40 bucks. I'll pop on screen how much we saved. We really do love it. As I've said, now is an awesome time. If you've been thinking about joining for a while, I feel like the back to school season is an awesome time to try it because there's so much on there. They're actually still having their back to school sale till the end of the month. So you only have a couple days left, and that will get you 25% off of a ton of their top back to school brands, tons of amazing snacks and food items on there. But the best part is you can actually stack that on top of a 30% off your first order deal. So if you go to thrivemarket.com/JessicaBraun, you can get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. That can stack all together on top of the 25% off back to school sale. So it is an awesome, awesome time to join. You will definitely save money. And yeah, I will have the link to that down in the description box and a pinned comment to make it easy for you to find. Thank you again to Thrive Market for supporting my channel and sponsoring this video. Now I'm just hopeful you couldn't see the mess that is back there. We just have a mess to clean up, you guys. It's one of those days, like we try to do our like session of actually straightening up the kitchen the night before we go to bed. You know what I mean? Like our closing shift, if you will. And last night was not one of those nights. We did not set coffee to go off. And that was the first time in a long time we didn't do that. We did not do dishes. We were so tired. We just went up to bed. Anyway. That is facing us here soon. Why are dishes so much worse the next morning? Like everything's dried on, like, ugh. Okay, I had this realization today and I want to share it with you guys, and I was going to try to explain it here, but you know what? I just made a short little like 1-minute Instagram reel. I'm going to show you right now. Well, friends, I cracked the code. I realized something huge that has given me so much power. And that is, if I am reaching for my phone on a random moment, on a random day, just to mindlessly scroll Instagram or something like that, I'm avoiding one of two things. I'm either avoiding doing something, just procrastinating. No, I don't want to fold out little laundry, so I'm going to scroll on Instagram for a minute or two, which turns into 10. Or I'm avoiding feeling something, feeling bored, feeling thoughts that won't leave my mind, feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling apathetic, whatever it is. And I think there's a time and a place where like it kind of is nice to disassociate for a minute or two, but I will realize I'll go through weeks where I am using it all the time and weeks where I'm not. And when I'm not, I'm so much happier. Some of you guys, after seeing that, recommended this app called Focus Friend, and it's by Hank Green. Wait, why do I feel like I know that name? Hold on. Oh, they're brothers. Okay. I was like, why do they look the same? Okay. I was thinking of John Green. I did not realize Hank and John Green were brothers. That makes sense because they literally look, are they twins? Like they look like they could be twins. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure they're from Indiana and perhaps live here. But anyway, okay. All of that to say, apparently it's an app that helps you. So there's a lot of apps out there that you can pay for to like make your phone a brick, like where you just like can't use it. But I'm kind of curious about this one. So I downloaded it. We're gonna try it out together. It's free. It said there's like in-app things, but anyway. Okay, so it says focus friend, timer for work and study, meet your bean. Okay, I can name this little one. I'm gonna call it Buddy. Oh wait, no. It asked what my name was. I thought I was naming this little thingy. Well, now my name is Buddy, whatever. You can call me Buddy. Whenever you pick up your phone, I get distracted. He knits. All my hard work just unravels. Okay. When you put your phone down to focus, I can focus on my knitting. This little character likes to knit. The longer you focus, the more knitting I can finish. We can trade the stuff I make for decorations in my room. So it's like combining The Sims with like many other mobile games. If you want to get cooler decorations, subscribe to Focus Friend Pro. Okay, no, come on. Fast forward to like me a month from now and I've like spent $50 on that. I'm just kidding. You ready to do this with me? Yes, let's focus together. So I don't know how this works. There he is in his little, if I click focus. So I can do deep focus mode, access screen time. All right, as long as you promise not to judge. So I think you can set the timer. Oh yeah. So I can do 5, 10, I don't know how to, oh, I can move it there. So I can do 120 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm just gonna do 15 and just like see. Okay, it says don't interrupt me. So do I have to leave this up or can I like turn the phone off? Okay, and so then on the home screen, there's like a little focus with Buddy and it gives the time. So if I open my phone, okay. So what happens if I exit? Okay, it just makes it that I can't open any of my apps. It grays them all out. Other than it looks like messaging and phone. And I wonder, like maps I can access, messaging and phone. I bet if I did deep focus, it would like truly make all of those, even those, inaccessible. All right. Cool. So while I'm totally focusing, I am actually finishing up a blog post that I'm writing for our Disneyville podcast blog. We have like blogs, like articles on there that are just helpful Disney articles for people planning. This is one I started before the summer. So like literally 3 months ago, we already did an episode on this. So I already had all the notes. I basically just needed to flesh it out in a blog post format, maybe add a few pictures. And I have been sitting on it at like 70% done. And I'm like, Jessica, finish what you started. It's not even that much hard work. It's just like getting it done. And anyway, so I am on the very last like 5% of this. Then I need to add some photos. So I'm hoping to get this done today. And that is going to be such a nice, like, okay, finally completed something that I started. What a concept. But for those curious, it's a like literally our best 10 tips and tricks for Disney World. Like of all the, the decade plus that we've been going, 15 years, these are truly our best tips that we give like our family and friends when they ask. Now we have a blog we can share with them that has all the details you could ever want. So if you're interested, I will link this blog post below and that will force me to finish it because I can't link it unless it's done. Okay, I did it. And you know what? It's just been at 0, 0, 0. Why is that my background picture? Why is Tyler's hair so high? I have it on like randomized photos, but it's been that one for like hours. So I don't know what happens if I go to it. Now it's been, well, we're going to find out how long it's been. Apparently it made 13 socks. Okay. Start a break timer. Yes. Oh, so now I've got minutes for a break. All right. How do I just like relax? You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. So when I'm ready to focus, it just goes back to that main screen. So interesting. I don't know how often I'll use this. We'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised and like really enjoy using it. I will say there were a couple times I picked up my phone. In fairness to me, I was trying to find some photos on my Photos app for the blog, but I ended up just pulling up photos on my computer. Probably better because who knows, if I'd pulled up my phone to get the photos, I'd probably get sidetracked by a text or something. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you've used an app like this before, like this one or another, if you have one you recommend. Because I mean, the reality is I got it done. I was focused, and not just for the 15 minutes, but for like 45 minutes. So I'll take it. Oh my gosh. I just started filming with my back camera. You know what I mean? Like on me really close. I was like, oh my gosh,
That was a jump scare. Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna do some strength workouts. I've been doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays cardio, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays some kind of strength. So the cardio can look like different things, whether it's running, walking, a dance workout, whatever, and then the Tuesdays and Thursdays strength. Generally, I'm like using weights and stuff, but last week, I think I did one of the strength days, I did like a yoga thing, you know. But that kind of structure has been working out pretty well the last few weeks, so I'm just kind of sticking to it. And yeah, so I'm gonna do like a 10-minute core workout, a 20-minute like arms workout, and then if I'm still feeling spicy, another 10-minute, I think it was like legs. I guess at this point, I could have just done a full body. I don't know. This is just what I'm doing today. I was looking at like the playlist of each workout to decide like what, anyway. So getting that done. Also, what else was I gonna say? There was an actual reason I came on here and now of course I'm forgetting it. Oh no. I don't know. If I remember, I'll tell you.
This isn't it, but I'm getting over a cold. Everyone in the family is, which sounds about right. Back to school, everyone catches a cold, you know. But I had to put Aquaphor all around my nose because it is so dry from blowing my nose. At the time of filming this, today, we are actually going to film our our first episode of this next season of our podcast, which I know a lot of you guys know, but I know I've got some new faces around here. So my husband and I have a Disney podcast. We love the Disney parks, Disney World. He owns a travel agency. They do everything, but a big focus of theirs is Disney for sure. If you were interested, they can plan your trip for free. Shameless plug. I will link their website below. It's really easy to get a free quote. But anyway, I say that because we do get questions like, where the Disney thing? I'm like, yeah, we're into Disney. Like, we're really into Disney. I am currently getting ready because I need to get ready. I also need to clean the room behind me. I have a beach ball. I don't even know where that beach ball. Actually, no, I do know. I'm remembering now. Gigi got it for her birthday. She had a friend over for a play date yesterday, and they were playing with the beach ball up here. And so now it's randomly in our room. So I'm getting ready because we are filming the first episode of the newest season of our Disneyville podcast. I am so excited. We have really missed it. We took the summer off. I know some of you guys already know this, but we took the summer off just because we didn't have as much dedicated work time as we would typically during the school year. And so it felt right to take a seasonal break and come back with our new season in the fall, you know what I mean? Now. So that's what we're doing. We're so excited to film together again because we don't get to do that all the time. And we both just absolutely love it. So anyway, I know some of you guys are super into Disney. Some of you guys aren't. But if you are into Disney, I will link our podcast below. We have a YouTube channel for it as well. And that YouTube channel, we do the video version of it and we include B-roll. Like it's a full-blown video. You know what I mean? You don't have to just listen to it on your podcast app if that's not what you're into. Anyway, I say that because most of the podcasts that I listen to, I actually just watch. Like I would prefer to watch the video. So if you're like me, anyway, okay. Shameless plugs over. So I made myself a green smoothie. I want to time myself because I always psych myself out. Like I would love to do green smoothies all the time because they're chock full of good stuff for you. They taste really, really good. But my thing is I always question how long it takes me. And so I'm like, it's going to take 15 minutes. Like I don't have that kind of time. But then when I actually make it, I'm like, oh yeah, it takes me like 2 to 3 minutes. So I think next time I make it, I'm going to time myself because today I almost psyched myself out. I'm like, I'm not going to make a smoothie, like whatever. But I was turning on my curling wand and it takes a couple minutes to heat up. And I'm like, I'm going to turn this on and go make a smoothie because I'm really hungry. And anyway, I'm over explaining that. But yeah, it took me like 3 minutes. I need to remember this. Like it doesn't take as long as you think it does. Anyway, this is way too much though. I'm like, I don't know if I'll drink all this, but who knows? I just put on vitamin C serum. I've been finishing up the Naturium one. I think it's okay. It's not a favorite. I don't think it's bad, but I just prefer, I don't know that this is as effective as the May Love one I love and the Good All one I love. Those are the two I basically just toggle back and forth between. So, you know, today's high is 78. 78. Actually, I think one app said 78, one said 75. I'm like, it's happening, you guys. It's happening. It's finally cooling down. I'm just so excited about that. But it's been kind of gray for sure. Well, like yesterday and today. I finally got a fresh one of my favorite sunscreens, the In Beauty Mineral Sun Glow. It is lightweight, it is beautiful, it adds a little glow, it feels good on the skin. It's zinc oxide. But as I was mentioning in a recent makeup video I did, I don't remember what I'm titling the video. Anyway, the liquid poreless putty primer is so good. It makes such a difference on my nose. So I have been using this every single day, like in my T-zone area, and it doesn't have that silicone-y, like kind of pilly feel. It doesn't do that, but it's effective like those. Like, I don't know how they did it, but in my T-zone, it has been amazing. It just makes such a difference in the way that the makeup actually sits on the skin. And I finally did, I feel like I talk about this in every single vlog. I promise I'll shut up. It's just so good. This one that the Superstay Serum Skin Tint, whatever it's called, I finally got another shade, 112. I think it's a pretty good shade match for me. So I was using 120, which works for like, if I've got a little color or self-tan, but I feel like as a general rule, if you're my shade twin, 112 is probably gonna be perfect for you. But this is just the best. It is that good. You guys, it's that good. Oh my gosh, if you haven't tried it. I ordered this one on Amazon and it came in a 2-pack. And so then I went back, I'm like, and it was like, I think maybe, I don't know, 11 bucks-ish, somewhere in that ballpark range. And I went back and looked at what I bought. I'm like, I don't think I bought a 2-pack. I'm like, and if I did for 11 bucks, like that's an amazing deal. But I looked and it said count of 1. So I'm like, I think it was just accidentally sent to me. I'm like, well, so I guess I've got a backup if I go through this. I don't know. I got to look at like how long it lasts though, because I don't want it to like sit and expire. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, yeah. So maybe if you order from Amazon, maybe you'll have a happy accident. I feel like sometimes those Amazon listings can be confusing though, because sometimes it'll say like 1 count, but it's like a 2-pack. It's 1 count of a 2-pack, but I didn't see anywhere in the title, the description that said 2-pack, you know? Anyway, yeah, this is just... So for my Disney peeps, right now Disneyland is celebrating their 70th year. You know what I mean? Disney World celebrated their 50th and we were there on like the day of that. But they kind of keep the celebration going for like 18 months or like a year, whatever. Disneyland is doing the same thing. So we're thinking about doing Disneyland sometime soon. We'll see if we actually pull the trigger. I have family out there as well. So if we did, we would pair it with seeing them, maybe. We'll see. They're also going to be like in the midst of a move. So we typically would stay with them. We're definitely, if we do it, we're not going to stay with them, but definitely visiting with them, of course. But yeah, I mean, what? I have not found a foundation like this at any price point that looks this good. I mean, and I feel like it lasts pretty well. Like, okay, I promise I'll shut up about it. I'm annoying myself. Okay, this light is like super harsh because I've got my like other light on, but I wanted to retry the Maybelline Superlock. This is like a tinted brow gel, but it's kind of jellier than it is like pomade-y. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well? Well, I had the clear version of this. I used that thing up. I don't even think I think it's in my little empties bin, which is just about time for an empties video. That thing is overflowing. So yeah, it's got a little bit of color, but like I said, because it's a little more jelly and like translucent, it's not as much, but sometimes that's exactly the level I want depending on the day. And the only thing is like I have like a little sparse area there. Like I'd probably have to go back with the pencil and fill in, you know what I mean? But I feel like for every day, this is actually kind of nice. Lately, I've been feeling like sometimes my brows look a little too dark when I've been using just my normal stuff. I don't know. Yeah, that looks, here, let me get this harsher light out of, that looks nice. So, I mean, I don't think it's for everyone because if you're needing more of a fill-in, I don't think this would satisfy you. But I generally just repurchase the e.l.f. Wow Brow. That's definitely like my go-to brow gel. And it has a little bit more color payoff. Not too much though either, but I'm gonna grab a brow pencil and just kind of fill in that little sparse area there a little better. So because we might go to Disneyland, I'm gonna start reading, I think, this book. Tyler has read it and really liked it. And it's obviously very specifically about Disneyland. I've read a lot of books about like Disney World and fun trivia and history, but this is more specific to that. So it feels long, but it's been on my list for a while anyway. So I think I'm gonna actually start reading it. I'm gonna end this vlog here, but I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me this week. Again, thanks to Thrive Market for sponsoring a part of this video. They have their back to school sale going on till the end of the month. That's 25% off some of their top brands. Plus you can stack that on top of 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60 by going to thrivemarket.com/jessicabraun. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I will link my vlog playlist. See if you missed one in there. I upload these every single week. I love hanging out with you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.